All right, greetings wherever you are. Today I want to share with you a little bit about how to get someone from, how to guide someone who has contacted you from Facebook until they get to join the business, and even how to sponsor them into the system, how to connect them into the DTC. Okay, so what happened is that one day I went to Facebook. I searched for I went to a group and then I made a post, one of my posts, okay? So one of my posts like this one, I think this was the one, 5th December 2022, okay? So this was the post that I made. I don't know if it is this one. Let me see. Yes, it was a post that was looking like this, okay? So I went there and I said, hello Zambia, would you like to change your life? I need some serious people to work with in Zambia and beyond, and I'm looking for self-motivated and open-minded individuals to be part of my team. And 650 to 1,000 to 1,250 Zambian kwachas daily working online. If interested, kindly send me your name and current location in Zambia on my WhatsApp right now via +254 700 841 or comment interested in the comment section. I sent you the details right away, and then I put there my hashtags, and then these are some of my photos. Okay, so this is one of my photos. This was when before I started the business. This is where I used to stay. This is me in one of the town trainings. This is me, part of my team in another town. This is me going for a vacation. And this is part of the Zambian activities in Zambia. You can even see there we have a post for Zambia. Okay, so that is what I did, and after doing that, I can see I had some 37 comments. So I kept on posting comments like this in different places in Zambia, and then one day there was this gentleman who contacted me. So the reason why I would like to use this gentleman's success story is because everything since the first day when we started is intact. Okay, the charts are intact. So I want to guide you so that you understand how do you take someone who has contacted you from Facebook in this manner, like you've posted this way in different Facebook pages. Let's say you've posted in Uganda, you've posted in Ghana, in South Africa, and then they have come into your inbox. Now, how do you take them? Remember, guiding someone until they join the business, you do not need to use the same method or the same scripts. Things usually change, okay? And since now we are going to discuss about Zambia, I want you to understand that Zambia is a very beautiful market. Zambia is a very good market, and the best way to mentor people in Zambia is when you get them to our Zoom session. We usually have our Zoom training sessions, and I think for Kenya, it is different. Most Kenyans do not like Zoom. So you need to learn your market. Ugandans, they can use Zoom. They can go for training sessions in the city. So you have to learn the market. You have to learn each and every market so that you understand how to be able to succeed with it. Okay. So for Kenyans, what you usually do is you need to do a very powerful introduction. You need to do, you need to sell yourself in a very powerful way. Like they have to see your life is changing. So you should be ready to use bank statements. You should be ready to use to show your progress, like where you started like that and how your life changed. And you should be ready to show them that indeed there is a change of lifestyle, and show them that what you've been earning. That is very good for Kenya that way. And then once you send them an introductory voice note, they are able to visit or rather listen to the voice note and understand what is happening. And then from there now they'll be able to go and watch the presentations on YouTube. That is the Kenyan market. The Zambian market, you need to show them powerful testimonies of people who are changing their lives. You need to speak in their language, and then show people who are earning from Zambia like that, show progress of other people like that who are earning from Zambia, and then you can send them a voice note that is guiding them on everything. And then now you invite them to Zoom. For Zambia, invite them to Zoom. That is the best way they are going to be able to learn. Okay, so I want to show you what happened here, and I'll explain a lot of things so that you understand. We will go step by step. So this is how you prospect. And my mentor told me, when you're making these scripts, do not just copy someone's scripts the way it is and then use it. No, you change something inside there. And for me, I like using my photos because this is me. I have the success, I have the progress. This is what I choose. Okay, so that is how it is now. Let's now go to WhatsApp, and then you see one of the individuals who contacted me, and then you see how I took him through. Okay. Alright, so this is the gentleman here, and he contacted me on 20th December 2022. Okay, and you can see here he started by, his name is called, you will know him. You can see here he started looking for employment. Okay, and then I told him, hello sir, good evening. I do not have a job opportunity to offer, but a business idea that will change your life like it changed mine. And then he said, good evening, sir. And then I sent him 2 of my photos. So this is one of my photos. They're the one that shows before and after. And this is one of my photos that was posted by a certain individual who is in Zambia, who is doing this business. Okay, that is Patience Mumba. Okay, so you can see here, start from somewhere. The way she's describing about how I was able to change my life with the same business. This was on her WhatsApp status. Okay, so I shared this photo with her. She's Zambian, so that the reason why I did this is that the individual can be able to see, because he's from Zambia, so that he can be able to see that what I'm doing is something that is known by even someone from Zambia. Then I told him, this is me. And then he said, mentor me, sir. Okay, so that is great. I definitely will. I asked, are you free tomorrow? He said yes. From around 11, he said yes. And then, so to be part of the project, what are the requirements? Well, I told him you need business knowledge and the starting capital. You also need a mentor who will help you succeed. And then he said, how much is the minimum capital injection? I told him minimum 3.8. And then I told him I have over 130,000 Zambian kwachas as capital to the business. I believe in the business, that is why I have invested heavily. And then he told me his name, that is David Mwamba from Mufulira, Zambia. Okay, then he asked me, are some slots available? I told him slots are available. Okay, now on 21st December, I contacted him in the morning. Good morning, are you ready to attend our Zoom session as from 11 hours Zambian time today? He said yes. Apologies, I was in a meeting. Do you have a Zoom application? I guess we are already late. I said there is no link, so I sent him the link. And then I told him we will talk later on. He went into the meeting, and then he came here later on and he told me, so Mr. John, I am in Fulira, Zambia. Do I qualify as well? I told him, you qualify, you do qualify. And then I told him, I would like you to prepare for the meeting today, be there early and experience what they are sharing, learn more, learn how they are doing it, and experience the whole presentation. Alternatively, you can go through this information here. So I sent him this link as an alternative, okay? And then this will teach you more than what you'll get in the meeting. As you can see, I am more prepared to mentor you to success. And then he said, okay, sir. And then I told him that I believe you can change your life the way I did. So I sent him some of my photos, some of other people's photos. These are mine, okay? These are other individuals who have also been able to change their life with the business. I believe you can see that. That is what happens when you keep on building the business. So that is what happened. So I sent him those photos. He was able to see what happens there. And then he said, I want I told him, look at other success stories. These are people who had nothing in the beginning, but here they are today. Do you see yourself becoming successful with this opportunity if I promise to mentor and support you to the end? And then he said, I want to secure 1 slot this week. And then I said, perfect decision. Let me send you the details you can use, okay? So after that, now I started giving him now more mentorship, okay? So let's find out what this is. Okay, this audio doesn't exist, so I can't remember what I told him. But I think I was telling him now how I'm going to support him if he gets started in the business. I showed him this is how I mentor my people across the whole world. That is part of my team in Saudi Arabia. So I was telling him that the moment you get started, I'm going to support you. You have your own team. You have your own responsibilities. I'll tell you what you need to do, how to run your team and activities like that. So this is now when I sent him that. And then I told him, I think there's another team in Zambia. There's another team in Zambia. And this is also another team. So here we are having, there's one team for Zambia. There's another team for another person in Zambia. And then there is another team here for someone in Saudi Arabia. So I was just telling him that is how I run my activity. So I told him this is part of my Zambian team. We have well organized strategies, so you will make it. And he said, thank you very much. And then I will send you the bank details for Zanaco, and then from there we will see what to do. So meanwhile, kindly start watching this, and if you want me to send you audio versions of the presentation so that you can listen to them as music as you work, to let me know. I want you to start the business when you are already ahead of time with the right skills for success. So I directed him to our materials, the materials we have, and I told him, now that you have said you're going to join the business and you're focused on that, you need to start listening to these materials. You need to start mastering everything, okay? And then in case of any questions, feel free to talk to me. Don't be scared to learn. And then he said, my pleasure, I'm so happy. And I told him that is how life should be. When you finally find the answers to the questions you've been having for a long time, that is how you know you are making it. And then he said, send me more audios if possible. And I then here I also started doing mind setting to help him be able to understand that in case he finds rejection, so that he can be able to he can be prepared mentally. Okay. So you see there, I sent him some text so that in case he finds rejection, he can be able to be prepared mentally. So you can see here I said, and you know what? Strangers make the best family. They support you without failure. They believe in you more than many people would ever do, and they are willing to put your success above their friendship. This means people like me, we believe that. You see here it says, this means people like me, we believe that if we help you succeed, you'll become more successful. If we help you succeed, you'll become more successful, and that means also even us will become more successful. So he asked here for more audio, if possible, and then I told him I will send him more content. Now, one thing you also need to understand here is that audiobooks are a great way to help you close the sales, because they are listening to materials from someone else. When people get materials from you and you alone, they start thinking that you want to control them. Subconsciously, they start thinking that you want to control them, and they start thinking that how come this guy is not showing me anyone else who is successful in this business. So it is because of this that you also need to learn how to use materials of other people from other teams. So I told him here, let me do that. I have so many contents. Okay, so the first thing that I did, I sent him this book here called The Power of Positive Thinking. That was a PDF. I forwarded it to him, so I was able to go through it, and then this is the audio itself. Okay, so download it, and then I told him to listen, and then here he says, how I wish I began with you as one of the first team members, but hope I am not late. So here I think he went into my skills and he learned about the power of positioning, where if you get started early in the business, if you are in the same group or in the same team of people, in the same pool of people, within a certain period of time, and you are among the first one to get started within that pool, you have an advantage of growing much faster, because the rest of the people who are going to join within that pool are automatically going to join directly under you. So you understand the spillover effect. In network marketing is usually first come, first served. Of course, all of us are going to make money, but within that specific period of time, where like right now I have teams that are active. Each and every team is having like 30, 40, a group of like 30 to 40 individuals. Most of the teams are like that. Okay. Now, within that group of 30, 40 people, there are those who are going to start earlier and there are those who are going to start late. For example, if you are in the same group, the same team, I've taught you everything, and one person starts in 2023 January, and the other guy from the same group, the same people I met at the same time, trained at the same time, almost the same time, the other one starts at December 2023, you get that the one who started in January will have an added advantage. So this is what he was meaning here, that I hope I began with you early. And then I told him, don't worry, you are among the first people. And then I started telling him that I have set aside 20 years of my lifetime to build on this business. Okay, so now what you can do, you can say, I and my mentor, we have set aside 20 years of our time to build on this business. So that is what I told him. You can see at the top it says 2020 to 2040. Down here it says 2023 to 2030 strategic plan. You are among the first team, which means you have a very big advantage. And then you can see it says, because I borrowed from your Facebook page, I found out that you are there since 19. And then I told them those are the years of my life. Then I explained why I had started working on the business from 2019. So I don't know if this audio is there. Let me see. Okay, the audio is not there. I deleted. So I explained to him. You see, for me, I joined this business for the first time in 2017. That is when I joined. The team that I joined, they went away. They took off. So I was there, and in 2017, we didn't know about things. I didn't even have a phone like this I can record on the screen. I didn't know how to prospect from Zambia. I didn't know how to create materials. I didn't know how to sustain myself using technology. So it was very difficult. Now, the people when every person whom I knew in our team took off to another business in a different company, I was left alone. And that time, I was staying in Kakamega County, and the closest office, we only had one office in Kenya, that was in Nairobi. So it was very difficult for me to grow, and I didn't have any mentor. So because of that, I decided to start the business afresh again for the second time, and this time around I joined the second team. So what he saw since 2019 were some photos of the past team where I had. That is when I had started doing activities. So when I joined for the second time, I started doing my activities massively in the year 2020, and then from 2020 up to the end of 2022, this is how far I've gone. So anything that you're listening to me, any progress that I've made, that I've been showing you, that progress is as a result of me starting the business for the second time. So that is what this audio was explaining. Okay. And then he told me about Mr. John Mlenga. He said, "Dear Mr. John Mlenga, I believe you'll be joining directly under me so that I can closely mentor you." And so here he told me that there is someone who had introduced him, and then I told him, "I believe you'll be joining directly under me if you want my support." Okay. And then I told him, so I didn't understand what this was. I thought Mr. John Blenker was somebody like a friend. So I didn't get it. I didn't know that he had been introduced into the business, but we are going to see what happened here. So I told him, perfect. It is your time to change the background of your home and give yourself and give your generation a new beginning. If I have done it, you can do it too. I am very willing to share with you my knowledge, to share my knowledge with you and mentor you to the top. I want you to be the best and the best of the leaders in my team from Zambia, and I want us to empower so many people from Zambia. And then he said, I love your energy and your commitments very much. Your success story is a testimony to me. And then you have access to and then I told him you have access to the best mentor. So what usually happens here is you get that the prospect starts closing himself. You can see here he has already gone and he did research about me. I didn't even give him my testimony, but he went and he went and he dug. He looked for information about me to understand who is this person called Osinde John. So that is what happens. And then he told me I have already attended the Zoom session 3 times, and then my injection capital. Okay, so I told him that is the next step, and then he told me, okay. So I told him these are the skills. At that time I was making some skills. I told him now these are the skills. You can listen to skill number 3. First you download it, and then you go to your music and then search for it, and then you can listen. So this is when he wanted me to send him audio materials, and then like that I sent him my TikTok account, and I told him that I have more skills that you'll be using, and he said now you can see here he said we will be together on all platforms, especially Telegram and WhatsApp. Your audios are very great, so educative, inspirational, and motivating. Some questions, sir. Is it possible for 2 people to operate one account? And I told him, not really. That account is personal. If you start a business and you start earning 300,000 kwachas monthly, would you want someone else to be part of your accounts? And then I told him, in my case, I had to start with one account. Now I have more than 30 accounts. They belong to me only. So the company does not recommend that it is safe to have your own account, which is going to be linked to your bank account. Okay. And then he said, thank you for clarification. So you also have to understand that when you're doing the presentation, when you're sharing, or rather when you're mentoring someone, it is only you who understands the business. The person you're trying to mentor does not understand the business, does not know how the business operates. So when you're giving these people explanations and mentorship, you have to ensure that you are explaining until they are able to get clearly what you mean. Okay, so that is what happens. So you can see here I asked, so on the Zanaco account details, it shows partial payments through installments. So within how long should someone complete the payments? So here he went and he watched the materials I was having, and on the materials I had said that if, in case you do not have the full capital, that is to start with one account for Zambia, that is 3,800 Zambian kwachas. In case you do not have the full capital, you can pay the capital in installments. Like you divide 3,800 into 3 portions. So the first one you can pay like 1,800, the second one you pay 1,000, the third one you pay 1,000. That one you'll have paid 3 installments and you'll be in business. Now when it comes to paying in installments, you have to make sure that you clear that amount as soon as possible. Don't pay 5,000 this month and then you wait after 6 months you pay another 5,000, after 6 months you pay another money. That one it is going to take very long, and some of these payments might disappear. Our company usually does a lot of sales. Like in a month you might find we have done even 10 million, 15 million, some months we even go up to 50 million. That is a lot of sales. So if you bring your payment of 5,000 Kenyan shillings against, and we have had, like in the past 7 months, you have had something like 50 million or even 100 million worth of sales, or in the past 3 months, or even in the past 5 months, you get that payment to retrieve it is going to take a lot of time. So because of that, you put your payments closely. Okay? So that is what I think I explained here. I don't know if this audio is there. Let me see. Okay, the audio cleared. So that is what it is. So I explained there about the partial payments. I think now he got it. Then on 24th December, he said, "Good evening to you, sir. Not really. I'm okay. Having only financial challenges. He's trying to borrow uh, some money to get started with the business." So that is what happens. Now, this is how you know someone is focusing on joining the business. Okay, so you can see here, he has said that he wants to become part of my team and enroll. But the big challenge is here is investing. He has been investing his cash on farming, so being able to raise enough money to get started with the business is becoming a challenge. So you see, now this is what happens. Now when someone is updating you about their progress, that is how you get to know that you are dealing with the right prospect. There are some people, they don't tell you even anything, okay? But you can see here, he is really willing to join the business and he's already updating me about his progress. So that is what happens, okay? So I strongly believe that your organization will change my life. So I want to be your follower in order to position myself for future vacancies. That is very true, okay? So you can see here, I'm going to give you a plan we can work on, especially now that capital is a challenge. So here, I wanted to introduce him to the methods we have of helping people be able to raise capital in case they do not have the ability to have all the capital at once, okay? So let's see what happens. All right, so we had a little bit of a manly talk in the a few texts that have passed. So we were just discussing. He was telling me, this is what I'm going through. I listened to your story, the way you told me about your story before you started this business, and because of how far you have gone, I want to be part of this business. And I told him, as long as you follow my plan, you will make it. I have a way with solving real life problems. So for me, you get that. For me, the way I think, I'm someone they call a lateral thinker. A lateral thinker is someone who is able to see permanent solutions to our problems that many people might not see. And because of being that is how I managed to come up with a way of helping people who don't have money be able to raise capital to join the business. I managed to come up with a way of how to support my team from other countries to be able to succeed without me being able to meet them, or without us being able to without them. Most of them, you get that they have a very fixed schedule, okay? So you get that even if someone is usually available at night, still they're able to build the business. So I've been able to create the solutions because of having that ability to create solutions, or rather to look at problems from the long-term perspective, okay? I asked him here if he understands Kiswahili, because sometimes some Zambians also understand Kiswahili. And then I told him, I'll add you into one of my groups so that you can follow and see what happens, okay? And some local languages in Zambia, but in Kiswahili I can't communicate. I can understand English as an official language and some local languages in So you see here, he was telling me the languages that he understands, which is a very powerful thing, okay? So here we discussed, and then I told him I'll be adding you to one of my WhatsApp groups, and then I sent him some more information. This was someone in Zambia. We created some materials, and then he has received. So what next? What can I do next? And then I told him, now as of the moment, learn more about the business. Have you seen how someone would prepare for exams before the day of the exams? That is the same thing that you need to do. And then that was Christmas, and then I sent him a little bit explanation there, and they said he has understood. And then here, good morning, Professor Osinde. Would you do me a favor by uploading your important and great work of skills to Vidmate? So I found out some of such material skills, but some aren't yet there. So Vidmate is an application that you can use to download video materials as audio. Okay, so if you go to YouTube, you find a video material and you like it, you can download it as an audio using Vidmate. So that is what happened, like some skills, skill 3 and 4, and then we went there and we found all the materials. Now he has started seeing where we are headed. So he said, I want us to shake Zambia, okay? And then this is now what usually happens. You can see here, I told him a lot of people are lying about this business and they are cheating. So I want us to create a very good team where it will be impossible for people to avoid us or reject us, okay? And then he said this will be a great impact. And here we have a lot of work to do. I haven't started yet. This is just as on a small scale. So as you talk to someone about the business and you see them responding very well, what you do, you keep on motivating them, you keep on inspiring them, you keep on sharing your vision in bits and bits. So the vision of the team, you can even share the vision of the team. If you are in a team and you do not have a vision, you can share the vision of the team so that they understand that what you're working on is something big, okay? Good afternoon. Here we talked a little bit, and here I was now explaining to him, like, Do you think you need support to be able to raise capital? Like now you're saying you want to join the business, you have part of it, but there is that whatever that is remaining is a little bit. So, and he said, except that I want to invest into farming. He invested his capital into farming before he had about our opportunity. He had some money. And then I asked him, are you progressing in the farming sector? He says, yes. And then, so can farming go well with your business empire? And I told him, yes, because our business does not really take much time. It is something you do from your smartphone. And our business does not really require a lot of commitment because you are just using your smartphone and your brain and your hands to do whatever you're supposed to do. So I explained there, he was able to understand. And then here you can see he enjoyed practical skills number 1, and he's learning. Okay. So here we had a Zoom meeting. Okay. Here we had a Zoom. Was it a Zoom meeting? I taught him a few things. I think so. And then these are more audiobooks that I've been sharing with him. Okay. So I gave him another one. The Mountain is You. He has been learning a lot of things. So, and then you can see here, he said, so Mr. Osinde, if I want to enroll, how would you help me? And then I told him the first thing is you have to make a deposit to our company's bank account via Zanaco. Okay. And then I asked him, do you want to do it tomorrow? But he said, no, this week. Okay. So that was 30th January. Then I told him, this is amazing, great progress. So where do I submit the details? I tell him, let me send you the bank account details. Okay. And then he asked, are there more slots? And I told him, yes, there are more slots. Okay. What do I mean by more slots? There's a friend who is preparing as well. I told him this is a business for everyone, my brother. Bring all those who wish to change their lives using this business plan. I will mentor your friends. I will help you build a team. Okay. So I sent him the details for Zambia. And so after depositing, what next? This is a question that people like asking. So let's continue. Now here he asked me, after depositing, what follows next? Now this is a question that people always want to know. And if you do not answer this question properly, the prospect who wants to join you might fail to join you. Okay. So now it also depends with what have you been telling him from the beginning, from when you started chatting with him until when he reached the moment that he asked you, once I join, what next? So it depends with what have you been telling him from that moment up to the moment before he asked this question. Okay. Now, if you've been introducing him to the vision of your team, you've been telling him, in our team, we are planning this, what we are going to do. You've seen, I've given him mentorship, I've sent him audiobooks, I've sent him books, I've sent him testimonies, I've sent him pictures of other people I'm working with, and a lot of other materials to show him that actually I know what I'm doing. So that helps lower the level of rejection, or rather the wall between me and him, and it brings us closer and closer and closer. Okay. So now let me explain what usually happens here, or what you need to answer. So let's now discuss what I answered here. I told him after depositing, I will have to send to the office for verification, and then after that, registration follow. After that, we begin building the business immediately. I start mentoring you right away. And then he said, all right, we start training your people. We have training sessions daily. We start working on growing your team as I mentor you. Okay. And then he asked me a question, will I be in G8 group? I told him I'm in a call. And then, good morning. Yes, nice to hear from you. Listen to this. Okay. Let me now see what that was. So here I sent him a 25-minute skill set talk on closing. So he started listening. And then, have you been learning something from this? That was late. And then I also sent him this photo. And then he said, I have learned a lot from the voice note. That was about closing. And then I sent him this photo about someone here. There was someone here asked, are you improving and learning? And then this gentleman said, yes, sir. I find it so easy. I am so glad. The only thing I had to accept is non-interested people talking bad. Even when I get such messages while prospecting, I move forward with a smile on my face. You can see here he's saying also, the books that you shared, Sai, Nikoko audiobooks, is listening to the audiobook, a very powerful book. I'm feeling great to open up and learn on how to transform my reality, my life and reality, from conscious to subconscious to reality. Feeding my mind with the right information will give me the right results, unlike the opposite. Therefore, getting to know these things that nobody would have taught me, I feel great. Okay, so I told him, I believe you have seen a sense of direction in our business. I believe you now know where your life will be headed in the next 1 to 3 years. And I said, yes, from my current form and activities, yes, sir. To be honest, I'll be far from where I have been. I'm not trying to be overconfident, but with the help you have helped me, I'll be somewhere in 3 years. Okay, so I'm showing him now. Why did I send this photo here? I'm showing Mr. David that, do you know what? There are also other people that I am mentoring who are going through transformation, and these people, they're learning something about the business every day, and they're improving, and they are happy, and they are looking forward to a better future with great hope. Okay, so this one now, it reinstates the fact that even the same life, good life that these people are seeing, they are going to achieve the same life this gentleman on this chart can also be able to achieve. You can see there he has learned a lot. I told him that is how he'll be learning. Okay, and then you can see he's saying here, I am expecting some cash this week to make a complete deposit, maybe tomorrow. It has taken me long to deposit because I wasn't making installment, but I hope this won't be an inconvenience. Okay, and then I told him that is okay. And then I told him, well, the sooner the better for you. People are making progress in my team as we speak. I have just received 2 payments. This was actually true because I received payments even today as we are talking. Even right now, I've received some payments. So let me show you the payments that I've received right now. Okay. As you can see, this is another person in my team. The person told me that I should alert them once. You can see here, the money, I was supposed to receive some money, and the person told me that I should alert them once I receive the money, and I told them that I have already received. This was 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so that is now when I alerted them. So you see, when I usually tell people that I've received some money from some of my people in my team, it is usually, for me, it is usually the reality, it is usually the truth. Because if you say that, show me the screenshot, I can show you. Okay, so sometimes you also have to trade carefully in network marketing. If you are closing someone, or if you are doing a follow-up to someone, don't overhype. Don't tell lies. Don't tell the wrong things. So don't lie, don't overhype. Some people outside there, when they are closing people with this business, they even create fake screenshots. They go to whatever, how do we call it, photo grid. They take this photo, they take the other photo, they put together, they create a fake screenshot. So do not do that. It's not a good thing. Once you start doing that, you're infecting the same thing to your team, and you're going to get, one day you're going to reach somewhere. You have found someone who has joined your team, and then you start teaching them how to lie to other people about the business. And these people, since they are not people who like lies, they might even stop building the business. Maybe these are the people who are going to make you a multi-millionaire, because they are very sincere people. They are being known like that, and you want to teach them how to lie to people. So it is not usually a good thing. So when you're following up any person, try to use real-time information, real-time success, real-time photos of what is happening. Something, even if they ask you, you can prove, and you say this is where it came from. Okay, so the reason why a lot of people a lot of people are scared of our business is because a lot of people are using lies to build the business. So in our team, I don't want us to be liars. Okay, I don't want us to be liars when it comes to especially when it comes to mentoring people. Okay, and if that is the case, then I want all of us to be what we call responsible. Be responsible. Be responsible when you're building your business. Be responsible when you're building your business. Build your business with reality. Build your business with integrity. That is the word I was looking for. Integrity means you're someone who can be trusted. Even if things go southways, even if things become bad, you can still be trusted to bring everything back on record. Okay, so I told him people are making progress in my team as we speak. I've just received 2 payments. And then he told me here, my inviter John Mulenga had been offline since 23rd December 2022. Who should I submit to this case? And then I told you, well, you will have to choose a mentor. I can only work and mentor people. I can only work with and mentor people in my team. In case you wish to be part of my team, you will have to make payments and forward to me. You will be in my team. In case you wish to join Mr. John, then you will deal with him. I will not be there. So this is something that I want you to understand. Okay. In our company, according to the rules and regulations of the company, it says if you find someone has already joined the business and they have done something that can be verifiable that they joined the business, you are not supposed to contact, or rather you're not supposed to interfere with them unless they have stayed inactive for up to 6 months, unless they have stayed inactive for 6 months, for up to 6 months without doing the business. That is now when you are allowed to go and now you can now talk to them and reintroduce them into the business. Okay. Number two, you're not supposed to influence people to change. You're not supposed to influence people like you're telling someone like, I want you to come and join my team, leave the other team. No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be neutral. Okay, you're supposed to be neutral. Let the prospect choose. That is what usually happens. Okay, so even and that is why I have always been telling you that you must do clean work when you're prospecting, when you're presenting, when you're doing anything. You must give it your best. Okay, you have to do clean work so that even if the prospect is being mentored by another person, and even if the prospect is being being closed by another person whom you do not know, the prospect is likely to choose you because you have been doing very good work, you have been doing excellent work, you are posting very well, you are motivated every day, you are sharing good knowledge and things like that. Okay, it attracts everything you do. It has power and it has an effect. So you can see here I told him the truth. In case you wish to be part of my team, you will make payments and join my team. In case you wish to go to another team, you are the one to choose and go there. It is you to choose. Okay. And then so he asked me, I told him yes. He asked me, so I replaced. I advised him yes. As you can see, your initial sponsor isn't available. And then I sent him here an audio. Okay, I clarified. So I want us to listen to what I told him about this issue. You understand what I mean, eh? What I mean is that you will have to choose who to work with. Our business is like that. We might be doing the same business, but not everybody is doing the business the right way. So for me, I think I've told you, I've exposed you to how I do my things. You've seen, you've been in my groups, you've listened to part of my mentorship, you've listened to my YouTube videos. That is how I do my business. For me, you're dealing with me and you. That is how you'll be operating in this business. If you want to join another mentor, you can join another mentor, but be informed that I will not be there. Okay? The only way I will be mentoring you is when you join my team. And the person that you are going to get connected to directly is me. So I am your first mentor and I'm the guy who's going to help you. Any other person, I do not know them. Okay? So I elaborated that so that he can make a decision, and he said thank you for clarifying. And then I sent another audio here to make him understand that he's the one to make the decision. Okay, so let's listen to the second audio. We see what it says. So this will happen if you have made the decision to join my team. That is now how it usually happens. Okay. So I have people whom I presented the business to, and then they listened to everything, and then time to join, they told me that, you know what, I have already paid money, I have forwarded to so and so, is the person whom I thought of joining. Okay. You understand? So they go there. Now they go there, they have paid money to someone else, they have forwarded the receipt to someone else, and then they want me to mentor them. It doesn't work like that. It cannot even you will not allow that. You cannot allow to mentor someone, and then you've told them how you're going to support them, you've shown them everything, and then they join someone else from maybe, let's say, Congo, and then they want you to train them. It does not work like that, okay? So it's very important we highlight this so that when you're making the decision, you know. And for me, I've told you, if you're decided that you're going to join my team, I want us to make money. I want you to see results. So if you're coming to my team, you're coming here to make money, to build the business on a very serious note. That is how I am, okay? So I hope now you have listened to that. And then he said here now he confirmed that I want to join your team, but I am in Zambia. Now there we have already cleared that objection, okay? So that is how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give people free will. You're not supposed to control them. Why? Because this is very important. Because I have had cases where I train people very well. They join another team. And then once they have gone to the other team, they realize that the other team is not mentoring them the right way. They go there, they find strange things. And then now these people, they come back and they start telling me, you know what, I want you, I made a mistake and things like that. So you always have to make it clear so that people know that you also have boundaries when it comes to building your business, okay? And then I sent him another skill, so help me because I want to make a deposit tomorrow. Okay, so I sent him another skill here about prospecting, and then I sent him the bank account. This is now the photo for the one that was created by the company. Okay, so I want us to listen to this audio note that I sent him so that we see what I said. So let us listen to what I told him. Yes, so that is now the photo of the bank account. I found it. I wanted to find this one, the one that was created by the company. So that is how we have it. You go to Zanaco, you go to deposit money. You deposit to this bank account number. The Zanaco money agent, you deposit to this bank account number. You tell them to write for your receipt. Then on that receipt, once you have received the receipt, that is now what is needed. On the reference name or the reference number, you write there your name, your name, the name of yours that is appears on the NRC. Write it there, and then they do the payment. They give you the receipt. After that, you take there is somewhere down there on the receipt we usually have space. We usually have some space there. You write there KN 938460 like that. You have signed like that. And then after that, now you take a photo of the receipt and then you send it to me. Okay, after sending the photo of the receipt to me, now from there I forward to our office. Now we give them some time. They verify the payment, they check if the payment went into the bank account, they verify like that, then they produce a code. They will produce a code. Now that is the code I will use to register you, and then I'll tell you the code has arrived, and then you will send me your NRC. I will register you into the DTC. I will give you your password. You will log into your business. You will see. Now from there, you will have 3 months of grace period to build on the business. I think if you have been following my training and listening, you will understand what I'm talking about. From the 3rd month, you will start building your DMA. So it is. We need to work on the business. I believe you're joining my business because you're joining my team because you want us to make money. So we are going to make the money so that in 3 months you have something, you have made progress. Okay, so that when you start committing fully into the business, you are benefiting from it and you're also growing. Okay. Now after registration, I will register you. We will start mentorship right away. You have an advantage. We are doing Zoom sessions from Zambia, so I'll teach you a few things, and then the rest of them you will pick. I've created the materials. The rest of the things is just you to hop in and continue doing it. Okay, and then your package will be released. The package usually comes from Philippines, so I believe we have some packages in our office in Lusaka. It will be sent. It will be sent as a parcel. We have our leaders there. Then it will be sent as a parcel from there to where you are. Okay. Now, I will teach you a lot of other things, even how to handle people, even how to work with people, so that now we learn. I want you to grow this business very fast. Immediately you start, there is no wasting time. You take the business very seriously. I support you. We work together. You get to a point. Zambia is a very good market. Zambia is a very beautiful, good market. Okay. Once you learn it very well and it picks up, my friend, you're going to enjoy. You've seen someone there who has made a lot of money, eh? So that is how it is. So I want to support you so that you get there. Okay. So that I think that is now the procedure, the whole procedure. I don't know if I've forgotten something, but usually that is what usually happens. And then from there, I'll teach you even how to sell those supplements. I'll teach you even how to get sick people. I'll teach you so many things. Okay. So that was the advice I gave him about how to deposit and how we will proceed, and he said thank you. And then in the morning I followed up. He said he was going to pay today, so I asked him, now have you made the decision or have you changed your decision? Because sometimes you talk to people today and they say I'm going to pay tomorrow, and then tomorrow it gets there, they don't pay. So you need to ask. Okay, so I asked there, have you made the decision or have you changed the decision? Okay, so that is what I asked him, and you can see there he made the decision. He made the deposit. And then after that, he made the decision. He sent me the receipt. Told him, powerful, my champion. Okay, powerful, my champion. And thank you very much for believing in yourself and for believing in my mentorship. Let us process it immediately. And then you can see there, he sent me his NRC. Okay. So he had sent me his NRC, and then I told him I have forwarded the details to the office. I'll be responding once they have verified. I will keep you updated. And then here, that was 17-16 hours, and then 17:37, your code has arrived. The payment has been verified. Registration will proceed in the evening. And then you can see here, he told me I had a challenge in the morning. There was heavy rainfall, plus my battery was down due to load shedding. Zambia, they're having a lot of load shedding. So So I understand, but I'm glad you made it, okay? And then here he sent the photo now with the receipt. That is very good. So I told him don't lose the receipt, because this is going now to be part of his success. He has just started the business, so this photo is going to be part of his testimony when he starts, okay? And then here it has actually been verified, don't worry. So here I wanted him now to learn a few things before I even register him, and I created the material. There are a number of things I need to teach you as soon as possible. I want to make you one of my best leaders in Zambia. Are you ready for this task? And he said yes. So he asked here, I wanted to ask whether my account going to be Zambia or Kenya. So now here is the clarification, okay? So let's listen to the clarification and see what I told him. So let us listen to the clarification. Now, let me explain this to you properly so that you get it. If you were to join through Kenya, you would pay 27,000 Kenyan shillings. That means you would send me money, and then I convert it into Kenyan, and then I pay in Kenyan currency. And then I would use our Kenyan office to buy a code, and then I will register you. Now, that one, it will be KN. But now you're joining through Zambia. The code for Zambia is ZM. Okay, so Zambia now you're going to earn through you're going to earn using Zambian kwacha, because your account is ZM. Even me, if I want an account in Zambia to earn in Zambian kwacha, I just come to Zambia, I buy an account, and I register it, and I add it under myself. It will be ZM. That will be Zambian kwacha. Okay, so that is how things are. And if you go to South Africa has its own. If you go to Uganda has its own, like that. Every country has its own. Okay. So that was the clarification, and then I told you I am proud of you, man, for joining my team. Let us just make money first. Then the rest of the things we will think about them. Let us just make money the right way. So that is what I wanted. And then he said, of course, sir, and thank you so much for appreciating my efforts through endurance. I'm looking forward to you now for all my financial success going forward. And then that was how it is. And then I need us to have a meeting online. I will tell you, I was creating some materials for him. We went for a meeting. I took him through my DTC. I showed him everything in my DTC, how I have planned my work, how I have arranged everything for him and things like that. So like what is happening inside my DTC, I showed him the money that was there, and then I told him when I'm going to be adding you, I'm going to be able to make more income and things like that. So I taught him, he was able to understand what actually happened, okay? And then after that now, I sent him my Facebook. I told him go follow me, and then there's some few things you can learn there. This was the material I was creating for him. So and then I sent him more skills like that. So that is what basically happens. So as you can see now, that is how far we have reached. This is him today. So I want to register him now, and then I'll show you how I'm going to register him so that you're able to see, so that now you understand what usually happens with the business. Okay, so that is how we're going to be learning as a team. Okay, so this video, I believe you have understood now what it takes to mentor someone from the very first day, that was 20th December, up to the moment when he joins the business. And today is on when? Today is on Saturday of 6th February. So from 20th December to 6th February, someone has already joined the business. That is the average it will take you if you're getting someone new and you're mentoring someone from scratch. Okay, so that is how it is. Thank you.